Uh,
Oh, you're awake? You were lucky. You would surely have perished if I wasn't there to save you.
why?
I changed my mind and decided to stay in this town a while longer. And while I'm here, I figured I should see this through to the very end.
That's not what I meant.
Oh, you mean why I saved you? Because I'm the same as you. I'm disappointed with endings that waver between despair and hope. I wish a real war had started. If it did, I know a brilliant hope would have been born. That is why I allowed myself to be captured after all.
So you did it on purpose?
But you aren't finished yet, right? Nothing has really changed since you began. So, I need you to continue working hard, so that a splendid hope may be born. You have tasted the bitter despair of having your meticulous plan fall apart around you, so I know you can do it.
Really? Which side are you on?
Does it even matter? Anyway, why don't you be the successor for now? If that is your intention, I will lend you a hand. If my schedule allows it, of course. There is somewhere I need to be later.
What do you mean?
I shall raise you to be her copy. One even more realistic than the real one. Someone like me, who both hates and loves her more than anyone else. I should be able to make you more like her than even she herself was.
Gross.
Are they still at it with that successor or whatever?
You're talking too loud. They'll hear you.
They can hear all they fucking want. A bunch of chumps teaming up together makes them suck even more.
Well, when you think about it, the plan was flawed from the beginning. Trying to create a successor while the original still exists?
I know this was kinda my idea, but kids sure are stupid idiots.
Not just the kids. The adults are idiots too. Just by causing a little unrest, just pushing them a teeny bit, I had them spinning around in the palms of my hands.
Despite how you look, you sure are wicked inside. Even if the outside's white, the inside's pitch black. You a rice ball or something?
I may be wicked, but you are too. After all, we are.
No, not we. Maybe I, or maybe it's me.
Well, they're pretty much the same. White despair, black hope. In the end, neither one. But I guess that works too. I mean, I didn't really give a damn about this town from the beginning. The fact that those guys will take an interest in this place will yield a much more fruitful harvest. Hey, don't you think so? Personally, I think they did a pretty good job for a group of kids. Hey, don't you think so? Thanks to them, the preparations are nearly complete. Laying the foundations for the final match. It's so despairingly perfect. Hey, don't you... Oh, you're so forceful. What? Am I being too noisy for you? I see. I didn't know you still felt such emotions. Or perhaps you're forcing yourself to feel something in a situation like this. Well, not that it matters. Anyway, I leave the rest to you. Though I'm sure the next time I see you, you'll be someone else entirely. I hope you can at least have a little fun. I hope the future's going to be one you can't predict.
Just a little reminder of how it started and how it's going. Welcome back Twitch, welcome back YouTube. Let's get back to just another game, Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair, where we are ready with that opening for the final class trial. Why are you guys suddenly able to contribute 4,000 coins to my challenge? I don't enjoy that. Maybe it's because it's, I bet it's because it's dependent on day. It's been 2 days since I've streamed, so you're able to contribute 2 days worth of coins. But anyway, yes, that was after Despair Girls and before 2. It is Despair Girls happens directly before Danganronpa 2, which is why I played Ultra Despair Girls first. But we need to head for a famous red door and get ready for a showdown. He means this red door, right? Do I just have to go in here? If I do that, will this be finished? God, I love the graphics in this area. God, I love the graphics in this area. It's so good. Oh, this chapter makes me so happy. I love this chapter. I think this is actually probably one of the best chapters just overall. Not quite as good as 5, but a definite close second. Pretty much in all of Danganronpa, but Chapter 6 is always really good in Danganronpa. Trippy as fuck! Huh? This place.
Yo!
Looks like everyone's here.
Damn right.
It seems that this is gonna be the final place.
However,
This place is... Is this a trial field? But why is it a trial field? Alright. Sure looks like a trial ground, but the vibe is way different than the one from before. We've been here before, right? Yeah, this should be the place that the door of the ancient ruins leads to.
hey,
Huh. It seems pretty strange that we've been in that other building up till now.
damn it.
It's like we're dreaming or something. If this is a dream, then this too is very...
Welcome!
So, you finally arrived! Congratulations! You guys are the first ones to ever beat this game! After stopping by Hope's Peak Academy, you finally come back to this place! To the graduation exam site within the ancient ruins of Jabberwock Island! You can give it a fancy name like graduation exam site, but it's no different than the trial ground from before.
Stupid fool. From before.
This trial field actually inspired the one from before, so in a way, this place is the original.
Hey,
Who cares? This graduation exam means we can finally go home, right?
of course!
If that's what you guys decide.
Huh?
And if we have to decide, what do we have to do?
Now then.
Please take a look at the LCD touch panel built into your seats. Compared to the other trials, the rules are much simpler this time.
Yes, indeed.
There are two options, graduate and repeat, right? You just have to choose one of them and press it. All of you will cast your vote, and whichever one has the majority will be considered your final decision. If you don't press either of them, it will be treated as an absence and will not be counted.
In other words,
Which means everyone who has died up till now will have their votes treated as absences.
then...
The result is based on our majority vote. If graduate is chosen by a majority vote, from there, an event that's kinda like a graduation ceremony called the graduation program will begin. Even if we do the stupid majority vote, the result is already pretty damn obvious. Come on, let's move this along. We can press it now, right?
No.
You can't do that yet. I mean, your resolve hasn't firmed yet, right? Your will to be swept away by society's harsh current.
Shut up!
Who the hell cares? I'm gonna press it.
What's this?
My. Which of your orifices are you using to spew bile? To participate in the graduation program, you need my final say as your teacher, you know? What? Does that mean it won't end with just a majority vote?
That's right!
After the vote, I'm gonna judge every single one of you to see if it's okay for you to graduate or not.
Damn it!
So even if we vote, you're saying we won't graduate unless you acknowledge it.
Well...
I'm terribly sorry for being rude earlier.
No way!
But you don't have to worry. There's no way I won't acknowledge your graduations. This is merely a formality. I'm just doing it because that's how it has to be. He's doing it because it's how it has to be? It doesn't mean he can exert his will over everything. He too has a limit. Is this what alter ego was talking about?
Anyway...
Even if you don't want to do it, you guys still need to do it to solve the mystery. Afterward, you cast your majority votes, and from there, we move on to the graduation program. But why do we even have to go through something so dumb? Well, that is... You said you were waiting for the main cast, right? Which means you're just stalling for time then. Who's the main cast? Oh, no need to worry about it. It has nothing to do with you guys.
That is...
There is no way it has nothing to do with us. We are the only ones who are involved, you know?
so annoying.
Doesn't matter if you're involved or not. You're just a bunch of chumps in the big picture. That's why it has nothing to do with you. Just perform your roles without complaining.
You pissed me off.
Hold on. What's with that chump comment?
I can't ignore that.
Not that it's important or anything, but make sure you turn off that toy.
I won't forgive you.
How dare you treat him like a toy?
What's this?
I did treat it like a toy. You got a problem with that? I created everything. You're actually picking a fight with me? I'm basically a god. Just how promising can you guys be? I guess this is just the nature of life. Fine then. Before you die, sear my power into your memories. Yes, I would like to save my current progress rate before I die. Thank you, game. That's very nice, kind of you. Also, while we're here at a pause, I want to point out, before we start the fight, or start the class trial, I want to point out that we have finally opened our Discord. You can find the link to join it down below the Twitter in my social media dashboard. I'm sure it will spread out to everyone else's as well fairly shortly. You'll need to accept the rules, but once you do that, just react to the bot and give it a thumbs up to accept the rules and you'll be let into the server. Alright, let's set skills. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be doing anything different. I'm pretty sure all my skills I've got set are the ones I'm going to use. I don't think I can... Oh, shit! Thank you, Nick. I don't think I can afford it to buy any new skills, and I'm pretty sure Monami's gonna die from poop. Pretty sure Monami's gonna die, or Usami, I'm sorry, Usami is gonna die from poop. Don't have any hope fragments I can use, right? Correct. Oop, I have one. I can use either downshift or upshift. I will use upshift, because I kind of want my aiming speed to be faster. So you know what, there you go. There's our last skill. I will go ahead and set that right now. I don't have a command set up for it. Oh, Twitch is being weird. Damn it, Twitch, cooperate. I see you. I don't have a Nightbot command set up for it. I'll do that later. I was kind of in a rush today. All right. Finish my preparations, and we should be ready. All rise.
I did say I wanted you guys to know the outside world, but this is still a questionable starting topic. Let me ask you this. What is this world's true identity?
Huh? This world's true identity? What kind of question is that?
This world's true identity. If I answer this, it will be true. And that lie will become the truth. But there's no way I can leave it unanswered. Right off the bat, we're headed for a hangman's gambit. And this is gonna be... This is gonna be kind of a quick one. I think we all know the answer to this. As the... Wow, these are just flying across the stage. I'm gonna get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Oh no, I wanted that. Shit. I don't know how to spell the word I'm spelling. Pretty much just let them run to themselves, right? There we go. It's gonna be a problem. I need the A that goes here. Now they're throwing things at me. I'm gonna lie, I like the Hangman's Gambit better in V3. A lot better. Of course, the world is virtual.
This world. This Jabberwock Island we're on.
It's a virtual world that was inspired by the actual Jabberwock Island.
Oh, I guess we're just not gonna answer it then.
Hey!
I worked so hard on that Hangman's Gambit, how dare you? How
dare?
So, this isn't the real world, but if you want, you can call it the game world.
So when he said in the beginning he was gonna show us an amazing game, he was being really, really, really literal.
You get it? It's all just one big game.
Is this a game to you, bro?
Are you friggin' serious?
Don't fucking mess with me, you bastard! Did you have us all come here just to tell us bullshit?
Wow, that's quite the description, lady.
If this is a game, are my words being displayed in a text window right now?
No.
That's stupid. There's no way that's even possible.
I know! The all-in-your-mind trope makes you feel such cruel despair! But who cares? I've revived all the suspense and mystery with just one line! 'Cause it's a game!
Then we were forced to kill each other.
'Cause it's a game!
A lot of crazy shit happened.
'Cause it's a game!
We're the only people here.
'Cause it's a game!
Monokuma's nonsensical abilities.
'Cause it's a game!
Don't fuck with me! That's not even possible!
I know you guys are pissed, but you were having fun too, right? A world where anything goes only exists in games.
'Cause it's a game!
So just force yourself to accept it. This closed space, this game world, was the true stage of this killing school trip.
Just stop. There's no way. There's no way I'm gonna believe that.
Back in the day, people must have reacted the same way when they first saw the airplane take flight. But like wearing contact lenses, it'll stop feeling strange once you just get used to it.
Man, once you realize, 'cause it's a game! everything Monami ever said actually starts to make a lot of sense.
Please do not compare reality to contact lenses.
I mean, if this really is a virtual world, what does that make us?
Virtual characters?
You better not say we're fictional characters.
The Future Foundation created this world using a program called the Neo World Program. It's programmed to place the user in a virtual world by synchronizing directly with the user's brain.
'Cause it's a game!
Which means your body still exists in the real world. But right now, you're completely submerged in the game world, as if you're dreaming or something.
So, what, this is fucking STEM right here? Looks a lot like STEM.
Simply put, you're, you know, not aviators, but...
You mean Avatar, right? An existence created in the game is a copy of the user's real body.
Well, I'm talking about the evil within, so Stewie on you.
But we're not just regular avatars, right?
Your avatars were constructed by removing a specific thing from your bodies in the real world.
What did you remove?
He didn't remove anything. The specific thing that was removed from our bodies, he's definitely talking about that, right? Of course. The thing we've been talking about this entire... It's a game! Our school memories.
I see!
What was removed from us was our school memories, right?
You mean we're avatars that were created from our memories from before we entered the academy?
'Cause it's a game!
So that's why we don't have our memories of our lives at Hope's Peak Academy?
'Cause it's a game!
Don't talk like that!
Okay, I'll stop.
Like we're made from memories of the past. Like we're avatars. Like this is a game world.
Like your shirt could stand up to that kind of pressure if it wasn't.
How'd we end up talking about sci-fi crap? I'll never believe it!
How many times do I have to tell you? It's not sci-fi, it's a game!
This world is a virtual reality created by a computer program. We can't proceed if we don't accept it. Is believing him the only thing we can really do? I'm guessing this is the one that looks like he's passing a kidney stone. Alright, let's make our first argument. Interestingly enough, we started with Hangman's Gambit. Now we're able to go to the argument phase.
Is there any evidence that this is really a game world?
You are the evidence!
What does that mean?
Your avatar's made of memories from before you entered the school! But your actual bodies in the real world are different. Though you have no memories of your time living your school life, your real bodies actually lived that life.
What game world? What avatar? I'm a human being with a real body!
Well, you still are, just not in the game! This is the virtual world where avatars that were created for this world. I don't want to believe something like that, but... Alright,
is there any evidence that this is really a game world?
Tragedy.
You are the
tragedy,
evidence!
Killing school life.
What does that mean?
Remnants of despair.
Your avatar's made of memories from before you entered the school!
Hang on a sec, I need to look here. Okay, it might be this one. Everyone's names are written under this list of subjects. The list is written on a clipped newspaper article. The article is about a woman who looked like a fully grown version of Hiyoko Saionji. I think this is what we might be using here.
But your actual bodies in the real world are different. Though you have no memories of your time living your school life, your real bodies actually lived that life.
What game world? What avatar?
Okay, I think we're gonna use it
I'm
on
a human
that
being
life
with a real body!
because Hyoko clearly grew up, and if we saw her body before,
Is there any evidence that this is really a game world?
before
You
we went
are
to
the
school, then
evidence.
clearly that was a picture of her after she went
What
to
does
school.
that mean?
So her body lived that life.
Your
I think we have to
avatar's
agree
made
with
of
Monokuma
memories
there.
from before you entered the school. But your actual bodies in the real world are different. Though you have no memories of your time living your school life, your real bodies actually lived that life.
What game world?
What avatar? I'm a
I
human
hit the
being
wrong,
with a
I
real
hit the wrong thing. I was
body!
trying to focus. And I forgot which button it was.
Is there any evidence?
You are the...
What does that mean?
Your avatars, but your actual bodies in the
There
real
we go,
world
that
are
button.
different. Though you have no memories of your time living your school life, your real bodies actually live.
I'll agree with that. We'll consent to Monokuma.
Earlier, in the teacher's lounge, I found this strange newspaper clipping. There was a picture of Hyoko, but she looked more like an adult than the Hyoko we knew.
She was pretty hot. You guys should have looked at her. Kind of jealous, actually.
Like an adult? What does that mean?
Since we're avatars right now, we look exactly as we did before we entered the school. But in the real world, we've already lived out our school lives. Which means we've grown that much older. And among us, some aged so much we didn't recognize them.
And you are saying that happened to Hyoko?
It appears Hyoko had a growth spurt during the school year. Looks like the other shorty graduated, Fuyuhiko.
I can't believe that. You're just making shit up.
Yoi's gonna be our little baby gangsta.
But if you guys only had memory loss, your bodies still should have grown during that time, right? So you should have felt your bodies go through growth spurts. But why didn't you guys recognize each other?
Because we did not know each other before we lost our memories.
If we all met after we lost our school memories, it's no different than meeting each other for the first time. Since we didn't know each other before that, we wouldn't have noticed how much we've all grown.
No, hold on. If we didn't know each other before, and we wouldn't have known if we aged or not by looking at each other, then wouldn't he have noticed the difference? Wouldn't he have noticed the difference? Who would have noticed a difference in someone he knew his entire life?
You're the
Could it
only
be
one!
Fuyuhiko?
Hey, Fuyuhiko, you knew Peko for a long time, right?
Yeah, now that you mention it. Seems weird. No, now that I think about it, it's definitely strange.
Strange? What is?
Our school memories. About how many days' worth were taken away.
As the creators of the Neo World program, only the Future Foundation would know the details, but around 2 or 3 years worth, I assume.
That long?
Peko and I have seen each other almost every single day of our lives. If we lost 2 years' worth of memories, we would have noticed that we were older than we remembered.
So, does that mean our memory loss is another one of Monokuma's lies?
Your refusal to accept your mutual memory loss is why you can't notice all the important parts. You've lost your memories, end of story. You guys are avatars who had their memories taken from them.
I think Monokuma's just about ready to fucking move on from this plot point.
This is a virtual world, and we're virtual avatars. Are you saying we just have to accept that?
I can feel my heartbeat, and I know what I smell like.
So what do you call these things I'm feeling? Are you saying these are all lies?
'Cause it's a game!
Just because it's a game doesn't mean everything was a lie. Have you heard that when you're hypnotized to believe you've been burned, a burn mark will really appear?
I think Sonia was talking about something like that.
So if our brains believe something is real, it's no different than if it actually happened?
Now that you mention it, I did hear about a phenomenon quite similar to that. In a distant country, there was a certain experiment carried out on one of their prisoners.
Oh man, that could only be good.
The prisoner was blindfolded, strapped to a bed, and had small wounds applied to his toes to drain his blood. That prisoner was left alone in the experiment room as the sound of dripping blood echoed throughout the room. But in fact, his blood was not being drained. He was just forced to listen to the sound of dripping water, but he believed he was bleeding to death. However, in spite of that, the prisoner still died.
As expected of Miss Sonia. Your knowledge of state-sanctioned torture is amazing.
Don't admire her for that.
If a lie is a believable lie, you're saying it might become the truth? We're really just connected to machines and stuff. And our consciousness was uploaded into here.
I have heard that, as far as the hypnosis goes, I don't know about, someone bleeding to death from hearing dripping water. What? 'Cause it's a game! That one? I don't know about the one bleeding to death, but I think I have heard about the experiment where someone was psychosomatically burned and a burn appeared.
So we genuinely believe that this game world was real.
Then the Jabberwock Island we've been living on.
Of course, that's also a virtual world.
But I like that phrase. Sure explains why we never ran out of food, though.
That beach, the buildings, everything. It's all a virtual world created by the Neo World program.
Man, that sure makes things fall into place why we didn't starve to death.
It's just like this space we're in right now. What we see before us is a virtual environment created by the program. It looks real because our brains think it's real.
That's why, in the end, it was all just a creation. That's the truth. Hey, we're in the Matrix now that we accept that. Holy shit, I'm a fucking Neo now. The truth is, it was all a lie. This is the world's truth.
If everything's a lie, then what should we believe?
There is no spoon.
Who cares if it's a lie?
Hey, what are you getting at?
I mean, if this is really a game world, everything that happened here took place inside the game, right?
Then that must mean...
Huh, people really were tortured to death.
That's right. The killings we were forced to commit were part of some silly game. Everyone who was killed should still be alive in the real world.
Oh yeah. Just because they died in the virtual world doesn't mean they died in real life.
If you die in the game, you die for real!
So, you are saying everyone is still alive?
Let's quash that hope right now.
That's it. Isn't that right, Monokuma? What's so funny?
If a lie is a believable lie, it might become the truth. That's what you said earlier, Fuyuhiko.
Don't tell me. You mean...
The Neo World program isn't just any game. It's next-gen software containing the ultimate reality. And speaking of that reality, if a player's avatar experiences death, their brains inside their actual bodies will stop functioning too!
What?
I mean, in this case, you pretty much think of your avatar as your soul, and if you die and your soul doesn't go back to your body's kind of just gonna be there in a coma.
Then, everyone who died...
It's not like their bodies are completely dead, so I can't say it's a true death, but that's why it's actually crueler instead. All that's left of them are empty husks.
Are you saying they will never awaken again?
What the fuck? What the fuck?
I really just like the image of the Digimon Emperor screaming in a recording booth, "What the fuck," at the top of his lungs.
Well, nobody's gonna appreciate a game where you don't die when you're supposed to, right?
What game? That's not what we risked our lives for.
Kinda is.
If you want to be mad, please be mad at the Future Foundation. They're forcing you to play this game.
Future Foundation? The people from the Future Foundation made us play this sick game? Everything was their doing?
Man, Future Foundation's full of bastards.
Then Monomi and Chiaki were...
They betrayed the Future Foundation to protect us. And then... we were taken out.
I see. So our real enemy is the Future Foundation!
The Future Foundation is our real enemy? Is that it? Is that really it? 8-bit argument theme! Oh yeah! Reserve Department, Hope Speak Tragedy, The Tragedy, Killing School Life, List of Subjects, Hope Cultivation Plan, Neo Reserve Program. What we got here?
The Neo World program was developed by...
Now the white noise is
Future
just
Foundation,
hex
right?
code.
The ones who trapped us in here.
In random
It's all the
characters.
Future Foundation's doing, right?
And the enemy is the Future Foundation! I mean, a group that would make a killing game. There's no way they're good.
Okay, I actually wondering which one I'm going to be using here. Okay, so it's not that. It allows its subjects to experience the synthetic virtual world. It can replace memories formed in the real world with information contained in the synthetic world. Therefore, it's possible to undo trauma sustained in the real world through the virtual world. It was a program for creating hope, but it became filled with death and violence after the virus infected it. Sorry if that was weird. There's a lot of text here and it just kind of looks weird to scroll it. But I think we want to use that, because
Guys.
I don't think...
Then the Future Foundation is...
I don't
truly
think
an organization of evil!
this was intended to be a killing game. I think it became that. Who's our enemy? Is it the Future Foundation?
The Neo World program was developed by...
I think, the
Future
Foundation might have been
Foundation,
trying to help.
The ones who trapped us in here.
It wasn't supposed to be a killing game
It's all the
at
Future
all.
Foundation's doing, right?
And the enemy is the Future Foundation! I mean, a group that would make a killing
missed.
game.
There's no way they're
I
then
knew
the
it as
Future
soon as-
truly an organization of evil!
As soon as I shot that bullet, I knew it was gonna miss because the cursor jumped a little bit.
The Neo World the Future Foundation, right?
The ones who trapped us in here.
God, cheat code is so
It's all
good.
the Future Foundation's
You could
doing,
just-
right?
Keep
And the
time
enemy is the
going
Future
almost
Foundation.
forever.
I mean, a group that would...
Bam!
No, that's wrong!
Break!
Originally, in the world created by the Neo World program, a concept like violence never existed.
Then, why is there killing going on?
The virus that invaded this program is forcing us to kill each other.
Could it be that virus is...
Hello, ladies. How you doing?
You're right. Until Monokuma appeared, this island was giving off a really peaceful vibe.
Yeah. It didn't get weird until Usami was remodeled as Monami.
I mean, even better, we got to see Mikon and everybody in swimsuits.
Monami, what sort of role did such a lost girl like her have in this world?
Hey, don't change the subject.
But that's also something we need to clear up. Monami, or Asami's role that she had in this world, she was a magical girl! Clearly, she was one of the observers.
I see! She was the observer of the Neo World program. Isn't that right?
That's why she had all her magical powers!
That's right! She was an NPC that was assigned the role of observer.
NPC? What's that?
Non-player character. A character that's not controlled by a person. It's different from avatars like us.
Monami's existence was created entirely by the program, just to monitor the 15 of you.
Please wait! Did you just say 15 people?
Have you forgotten how to count? We're 16 people in total.
He was probably excluding the other observer.
Huh? Another observer?
The Future Foundation's other observer. It has to be referring to that person. Obviously, Chiaki Nanami.
I see! Aside from the 15 participants, there were 2 observers in the Neo World program. One of them was Monami, and the other one was...
Could it have been Chiaki?
Yeah, you're right.
You're saying Chiaki was an NPC?
And, at least one of us had a boner for her.
So you're saying she was just a program? And she didn't actually exist in real life?
Then she wasn't human?
So I'm gonna pause here for a second because I'm not entirely sure if this is going to get brought up. I think it will be, but I'm gonna go ahead and talk a little bit about what's going on here. Chiaki did exist as a person. Chiaki Nanami was the class representative of Hajime's class. What the fuck were the others doing while we were looking for clues? Not a goddamn idea. Chiaki Nanami was the 16th member of the class in real life. She was the ultimate gamer. Everything that we saw here in the game, her NPC observer was all based on her real life persona, because the second observer is supposed to be based on a person that everyone in the program wants to see. That way they can blend in easily. So the more that the people in the program want to see somebody, the more likely that it is that the program will choose that image of that person as the second observer. Because Chiaki was the student class representative and she was so beloved by Hajime and the others, the Neo World program created an observer role and created Chiaki there from their memories. Here's why I'm bringing this up. Chiaki died before she graduated Hope's Peak Academy. In fact, she was killed by Junko Enoshima before the tragedy ever started. She was Junko Enoshima's first execution, and the only execution that Junko did personally. I'm not gonna go too much into it for spoilers for the anime, because you guys really should watch the anime. It's on Funimation for free. And it's a really good anime. Yeah, no, I see the thing. But yeah, Junko personally executed Chiaki in kind of a really fucked up way. So Chiaki was basically Junko's Chiaki was basically Junko's first execution, and the Avatar is Junko's last execution, at least as far as this game goes. She didn't exist at all? Not human.
No, that's not it. Chiaki was really alive.
Okay, they might actually explain this. Never mind.
Even if she was a virtual existence,
Oh,
she
never
was
mind.
really alive. Did you forget? She saved our lives, you know?
Don't get all mushy towards a game character.
But she was the best.
Shut up!
Plus, she wasn't just a little game character. She was a lackey for the detestable World Ender.
World Ender.
Now that you mention it, you referred to the Future Foundation by that name before.
That just means it was all a bluff, right? So we'd think that the Future Foundation was our enemy.
Do not joke about the world ending!
No, there's no doubt that the Future Foundation is also World Ender. At least for those of us here.
For everyone who's here?
Hey, what do you mean, those of us here? Why are you lumping us with you?
It's just a bluff.
Monokuma, what exactly are you? Why don't you just show us your true self already?
What, you can't talk?
It is cowardly of you to just ignore us!
Before I reveal my true identity to you guys, it appears the main cast has finally arrived.
Well, I think this is as good as any to leave YouTube on a cliffhanger, so that's exactly what we're going to do. YouTube, you'll have to find out who the main cast is tomorrow. Thank you so much for coming out and joining me today. As always, I appreciate it. If you enjoyed what you saw, let me know. Give me likes, leave me comments. Remember to subscribe. And you guys will find out what happens tomorrow. Bye-bye. All right.